Estáis escuchando Los Ecoteños MultiLingual Affair on CFRU 93.3 FM in Guelph, Ontario. Estáis escuchando MultiLingual Affair en CFRU 93.3 FM. MultiLingual Affair sur CFRU 93.3 FM.
It's a brand new day. Respect yourself.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love music.
Best music.
If you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give a good clue. Respect yourself.
Listening to Estáis escuchando Los Ecoteños MultiLingual Affair with Takeyce.
Baby, won't you by my side? 'Cause I love you. 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 Yes, I love you. 'Cause I love you. And I'll never let you go. Come on. Come on. Baby, come on. Baby, come on now. Oh, baby, come on.
fantastic and gorgeous morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in this world, beautiful souls. You are listening to Estáis escuchando, vous écoutez a MultiLingual Affair, avec with Takeyce, your world fusion artist and lady who likes to just do what she wants to do when she wants to do it. Did you get that? Hello, we have a fantastic show in store for you. We've got a guest artist all the way from the US. Mark Winters will be speaking with us today. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So hang tight. On a un show, un programme muy spécial pour vous parce que je suis ici. Je vais mettre la musique avec beaucoup d'inspiration, comme toujours. Mais on aura un invité spécial. Je vais parler avec Mark Winters, qui vient aux États-Unis. Alors, estamos aquí para celebrar la vida como siempre, pues voy a tener una invitado o un invitado muy especial. Voy a hablar con Mark Winters. Tengo una entrevista, yo creo que muy interesante. Y nada más que estamos aquí para disfrutar la vida y con la música y con las palabras para inspirar a todos, ¿no? Pues nada más, estoy aquí, Shrisi. I'm right here, lovely souls, giving you some old school stuff. One of my favorite here is Mr. Big Stuff from G Knight. So I'm going to just rewind and come again and hang tight. We've got a lot for you. And yeah, keep it right.
The big stuff. Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna get my love. Now because you wear all those fancy clothes. Oh, yeah. And have a big fine car. Oh, yes you do now. Do you think I can afford to give you my love? Oh, you think you're higher than every star above. Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna get my love. Now I know all the girls I've seen you with. I know you broke their hearts one after another now, bit by bit. You made them cry, many poor girls cry. When they tried to keep you happy, they just tried to keep you satisfied. It's the Big Stuff. Tell me, who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna get my love. I'd rather give my love to a broke guy that has a love that's true. Oh, yeah. Than to be fooled around and get hurt by you. Cause when I give my love, I want love in return. Oh, yeah. Now I know this is a lesson, Mr. Big Stuff, you haven't learned. Mr. Big Stuff, tell me, who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna get my love. Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna break my heart. Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna make me cry. Mr. Big Stuff, tell me, just who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna get my love. Mr. Big Stuff. You're never gonna break my heart.
Give me now. Oh, you fellas, gather around me and let me give you some good advice. What I'm gonna ask you now. You better think about it twice. Why you lie? Cheating on your woman. There is something you never even thought of. Now tell me who's making love to your old lady. While you out making love. Give me now. Now who's making love to your old lady? While you out making love. I waiting up. I found his work a little too late. Oh yeah, that's when it all happened. Something I never, never dreamed of. Somebody was loving my old lady while I was out making love. Somebody was loving my old lady while I was out making love. Listen now who's making love to your old lady while you was out making love? Baby, oh baby,
Someone to hold me tight, that would be very nice. Someone to love me right, that would be very nice. Someone to understand each little dream in me. Someone to take my hand, to be a team with me. So nice, life would be so nice if one day I'd find someone who would take my hand and samba through life with me. Someone to cling to me, stay with me right or wrong. Someone to sing to me some little samba song. Someone to take my heart, then give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give love a start with me. Oh yes, that would be so nice. Should it be you and me, I could see it would be nice. Samba song. Someone to take my heart, then give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give love a start with me. Oh yes, that would be so nice. Should it be you and me, I could see it would be nice. Should it be you and me, I could see it would be nice. Should it be you and me, I could see it would be nice.
It's all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm of this life. Pine needles in blue sky, you're way up ahead.
You are listening to Estáis escuchando Music MultiLingual Affair on CFRU 93.3 FM in Guelph, Ontario.
The rhythm, all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm of this line. Cricket singing a love song, your perfume's in the air. I wanna stay in the moment, sometimes it's hard to be there. It's all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm of this life. Rain taps on my shoulders, drops dance on the ground. You I wanna get closer to and get lost in the sound. It's all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm of this life. Whoa, all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm, all in the rhythm of this
In anticipation for interview with Mark Winters, you just heard All in the Rhythm. You meant, nah, I hear your voice. We'll continue giving the wonderful vibes to Mark Winters before the interview coming shortly.
Your wisdom was freely shared, and troubles could be undone. I hear you say, take a breath and feel the world. You'll find your way. The journey is beautiful. Your voice so clear, guiding me through the years. Past whispers in my ears. Your wisdom is loud and clear. Echoes in my life. I hear your voice so clear. It's like you're here. It's like you're here. You're here. I feel your hands as I knead the bread, as I hold my daughter tight, and the poetry you read was the recipe to life. I hear you say, don't make the lines too sharp. You'll miss your way and the beauty of this life. Your voice so clear, guiding me through the years. Past whispers in my ears. Your wisdom is loud and clear. Echoes in my life. I hear your voice so clear. It's like you're here. It's like you're here. Generations speaking across the times. Generations finding a way to be part of life. Your voice so clear. here.
Hello, lovelies. We've got a fantastic guest in store for you. Texas-based rock singer, songwriter Mark Winters is many things: a witty poet, passionate musician, entrepreneur, optimist, family man, and a bona fide rocket scientist. Mark combines music, poetry, a science background. We're going to talk about all that, and love for his community to form his signature sound, rock with a positive vibe. And you guys know how much I love my positive vibes. His musical roots are in rock, blues, and pop. Mark Winters, auteur, compositeur, interprète de rock originaire du Texas, est un homme aux multiples facettes. C'est un poète spirituel, musicien passionné, entrepreneur, optimiste, père de famille et véritable ingénieur aérospatial. Il fusionne musique, poésie, connaissances scientifiques et un amour de sa communauté pour créer un son unique comme rock, l'énergie avec l'énergie positive. Vous savez que j'adore l'énergie positive et ses influences musicales puissent dans le rock, le blues rock et la pop. Alors, bueno, Mark es un cantautor de rock nacido en Texas. Es un hombre de múltiples talentos, poeta espiritual, músico apasionado, emprendedor, optimista. Es un padre de familia y aspirante a ingeniero aeroespacial. Combina la música, la poesía, conocimientos científicos y amor por su comunidad para crear un sonido único como rock con energía positiva. Como sabes que a mí me encanta la energía positiva. Sus influencias musicales provienen del rock, el blues rock y el pop. Alors, je vous présente, os presento. Please welcome Mark Winters to AMA. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Takeyce. Thank you for having me on the MultiLingual Affair. And that was a lovely bit of language, I have to say.
It's a mouthful, I can tell you that.
That is awesome.
Thank you. But do you speak any other languages? Because we can delve into that.
I can understand a bit of Spanish, and that's about it. My brother is a polyglot. He speaks lots and lots of languages, all the ones you just spoke and more. And so I have a little bit of an ear for it, but I never really studied it. Although I do consider music and math and science other languages, but I guess it doesn't meet your definition.
No. Actually, I agree with you on that. I only asked that question for the simple fact that we would just speak a little bit with what you know, because I really like to diversify a bit in terms of the language aspect of it. But I think it's wonderful because you're scientific, you're musical, poetic, lots of these things. Let's talk about the scientific part. Tell us a little bit about that and how you came into the musical end.
Sure enough, Takeyce. So I remember growing up, as a very young boy, just being curious about the world around me and wanting to understand how things worked, taking them apart, putting them together. I had a mechanical inclination, so I used to help my dad fix things and my grandpa. I also loved math and science, probably because they were, just additional ways in which I could understand the world around me. Mm-hmm. And so I going through, elementary and grade school and middle school and high school, I always had this affinity for math and science. and I actually got good grades, even though I didn't study as much as I should. And so that helped as well. And so I think kind of coming into my adult life, I had gone to university to study math and science in the field of aerospace engineering. I was fascinated by the way airplanes and helicopters flew, and studied a field called computational fluid dynamics, which is one half of the aerospace is either orbital mechanics, typically like space travel, or computational fluid dynamics, which is sort of atmospheric flight or objects moving through fluids. I love the atmospheric stuff. I love to do sports, and I love to go, surfing and rollerblading and motorcycle riding, and all those things are right here on Mother Earth. And you have to learn how things work here. I wasn't interested in being an astronaut. I had a strong affinity growing up, and lots of opportunity was, afforded me to study and to be mentored by people who were sort of in the field.
Wow. And are you currently working in the field, or did you just start doing music and took that on?
No longer in the field, although I'm still quite curious, and I keep up with, lots of the mathematical and science elements that I studied. I had an epiphany in 2011 that sort of changed the course of my career. I picked up a guitar to play a song for my wife for our anniversary.
Yeah, I saw that. I read that. Yeah.
I'd never done anything musical before, right? I was like this. I love music, but I'd never done anything.
Yeah.
And it lit me on fire, Takeyce. I was so overcome by, the emotions of the moment that I applied all of the rigor of my personality to learn. Okay, I got to learn this thing.
Yeah.
This thing called music. So I got on the journey in 2011, and I officially stopped doing other things, whether it be business or science, in 2022.
Okay, so good 11 years. Those are great numbers, 11, 22. I believe in angel numbers, so yeah. So what was the song that you sang for your wife on your anniversary? Like, was it original, or did you just learn a cover tune? Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, I don't believe that I've met anyone who goes from nothing to writing a song and singing it in 6 weeks, which is the amount of time I gave myself to perform the song for her. So it was a cover. It was a special cover. I've been a poet my whole life, and words really matter to me, and so the lyrics of a song, the feel of the song, the emotional content is important, but the lyrics also matter. And it was this old rock ballad song called "What You Give" by a band called Tesla, Tesla.
Okay.
And the chorus of the song, it's not what you got, it's what you give. Uh-huh. It's not the life you choose, it's the life you live.
Yeah.
It's only what you give that's important, right?
Yeah.
And I just love that because
I do too.
It's an expression of love, and so it had a really cool riff to it, and I loved the melody, and my wife liked it too, and so. But it was a big surprise. She didn't know I was learning it. I surprised her in the middle of our favorite Italian restaurant. During our anniversary.
You did this publicly too. That is
yes.
That was brave. That was really courageous of you, because something, especially having to learn an instrument and then creating, even though it's, I'm sure you put in your extra bits in it, and then doing it publicly. I mean, I play the guitar a little bit, and there's no way I would perform it publicly.
I'm like an all-in person, Takeyce. When I want to do something, I'm like, go baby. So I put it on my list. Probably in May, and our anniversary is in July.
Right.
And so I gave myself, I thought 2 months was plenty of time to learn a song, learn to play and sing a song. It was pretty, yeah. It was not enough time. I mean, I got through the song and, I had an amazing time.
Yeah, that's okay. That's great. And I'm sure your wife appreciated that too. So how goes your musical journey? Let's talk about perhaps some of the obstacles that you might have faced along the way.
Yeah, first of all, I underestimated how much time it takes to learn to be a musician. So I think, I don't know, when you grow up doing a thing, like I grew up as an athlete. So I played football, I played tennis, I ran track. I did it in high school, I did it in college. To me, when I do a sport, I pick up a new sport, like, snowboarding or rollerblading or whatever, there was a very short learning curve. Because I'd spent my whole life as an athlete, right? I already had all these crossover skills. I just wasn't thinking about that. And so when I started music, I had none of them. There's no crossover skill. I never had sung or played an instrument. I'd never studied music. I'd never, thought about a melody or a chord progression. It was just like, it was the most, hard start I'd ever had, right? Because I had nothing. I knew nothing. And so I think the biggest obstacle for me was just getting my head around what is music? What's the scope of it, just so I could really appreciate it,
Yeah. But do you not think it's funny? Because I always say, like, people who are scientific tend not to be involved too much in either sports or music. I could be wrong, but it's usually one or the other, or, it's difficult for all languages. Sometimes it's difficult. But I feel like it's the perfect way to actually enhance your brain, like it helps you because like the way your brain is triggered to analyze and to multitask or make these elements into a short period of time, it really helps in the musical aspect or in the musical realm. I think people underestimate the power and the intensity and also the complexity of music.
Yeah, I certainly did. I find what I found in my journey. So I guess another thing I think that another obstacle or roadblock is sort of being an adult learner in a new career, right? You didn't study any of the things growing up. And so you have to put your 10,000 steps in to learn to do a thing, right? You have to put your time in.
Yes.
And as an adult, I'd never thought about that, because I did them all when I was a kid, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so you got to go back and have your all of your recitals and all of your learning and everything else that you would normally have done to learn something. So I think you're right. I think there's an infinite complexity to music, but I think there's a fundamental there's a fundamental set of knowledge that you have to have that is super important for you to have a good understanding of the basis of music. And I think having that takes some time. And in my mind, there's two separate journeys going on. There's this journey of the instrumentalist. So my first instrument was a guitar, and you have to put your time in as a guitar player. And then as I was learning to sing, I didn't really think about that, but you have to put the same amount of time, more time in as a vocalist, because it's not the same type of a thing to learn, right? If you didn't grow up doing it. And so then you have to put an equal amount of time in doing them at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So
you
it's like
did it.
Virtual DJ.
Shelter you from doubts, keep you in the light, lost you to the night. If only I had known.
That was part 1 of 2 with our interview with Mark Winters. And I'm not sure what's going on with the sound, but it's okay. The message is clear. Je suis pas sûre qu'est-ce qui se passe avec le son, mais on continue même si c'est un peu bizarre. Y no sé qué ha pasado con el sonido, pero vámonos. Continuamos con tal cual. Yes, it sounds very inspirational. That's how we're transmitting it for you today with Mark Winters. And continuing on with one of his songs, rewind the song again, Let It Rain.
I didn't do it right, couldn't find the way to say I love you. Shelter you from doubts, keep you in the light, lost you to the night. If only I had known how to guide your heart to love yourself. If only I had been there every single night, held your hand through every fight, every tear, every fear. I feel them all. Let it rain. Let it rain. Wash away my pride. Help me heal inside. Let it rain. Let it rain. Make me clean again. I walk alone now, but I feel your laughter still near. The pain of losing you, 6 feet underground, echoes in the rain. Every tear, every fear, I feel them all. Let it rain. Let it rain. Wash away my pride. Help me heal inside. Let it rain. Let it rain. Make me clean again. Raindrops hit me like a melody, cooling my scars. Raindrops hit me like a melody, cooling my scars again. Let it rain. Let it rain. Wash away my pride. Help me heal inside. Let it rain. Let it rain. Make me clean again.
Can you tell us a little bit about the success musically? Let's talk about how progressive you've become or you're becoming, and and just how successful this new venture has taken, its toll or not.
Yeah, I'd say, I started what I would consider professionally in 2022 in my music project. Up until that point, I was just, getting my time in and getting my reps in and playing and writing and just sort of learning my lane. So I think from there, I worked, I played every show I possibly could. I co-wrote with everyone that I possibly could, and learned a lot from 2022 to today. I found some initial success. I've been a poet my whole life, so lyrics come really naturally to me.
Right.
And then once I really put the time in with my voice and my guitar, I can write really well with other people. So I've really found a lot of success co-writing with people that I meet out in my community or out in the musical world.
Yeah.
And even more so, I was out playing a showcase in Austin in 2023, and some people enjoyed my performance and invited me to get out on my first tour. So I was able to book a tour last year in the spring and the fall. I played 150 shows.
Wow.
And drove 40,000 miles, 20,000 in the spring and 20,000 in the fall.
Wow.
And just really embraced what it's like being out and building a community in as a singer-songwriter.
Yeah, I mean, you've got quite a bit of tours coming for the year, actually. You, for 2026, you're in Vancouver. If I'm not mistaken, you're in Canada, you're in the States, but all over.
Yeah, I'm so excited. A lot of places I played in 2025 enjoyed having me. And so they asked me to come back out again this year. And then a lot of new places. And I'm very blessed to be in this situation where I can get out and really, embrace these communities. It's a fabulous way to see the world too, to be out sharing music. And the scientist in me would say, I pack up some extra protons to go share them with my community because I like to create that positive energy and let you take some home with you.
For sure.
So it's a great journey.
Is it hard though, being a family man and being away for so long?
Yeah, definitely a challenge. You have to learn. Like my wife and I, this is funny. She married an engineer, right? And then I became a musician.
Yeah,
she's like, what? What's up with that, brother? Exactly.
Yeah.
But we worked it out last year, and she comes out a week out of every month I'm on the road. And we love to go hiking. And so the weeks that she visits me, I only play maybe 3 shows. And we go hiking the other days, which is really, really awesome. And then, you spend time with your kids. The world is so digital now with, COVID taught us to do just about everything remotely. And so, I'm able to stay in touch and do what I need to do from the road. And we've also given ourselves some time, like, we both sat down when I was going to take this step in the journey and decided, okay, how many years of heavy touring is okay. And then, when, hopefully as my project becomes larger, then I can, tour maybe less often, but more meaningfully, as I'm growing an audience and growing my project.
Absolutely. Yeah. So speaking of your project, can you tell us about that? Like, have you got plans to release an album? What is your future looking like?
Yeah. So I put my first album out in 2019, and had a small tour behind that, and COVID sort of had other plans for me, and that was in a 4-piece rock format, but it was under my name, Mark Winters. The album was called Slipstream.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And
I was exploring the blues rock, vibe there, and then I put out a second album, some singles and a second album that is called Boundary Layer.
So that.
It's a scientific term about the physics of an object when it's approaching another object, which is very similar to the way that philosophy works when you're breaking through boundaries in your own life. So always there's a juxtaposition of poetry and science in my work. And so that album was a little bit lighter, soft rock, and some acoustic pieces there. And then I put out an album called E = MC squared, which had a little more pop leanings in it. And then a recent album called Acoustic Me, which is the sound from my live shows. Very much when I usually play, if I'm in, around the Texas area, I play in a trio. Me and another guy play acoustic guitars, and it's got a very organic vibe to it. I am releasing, these days you gotta stay in the Spotify algorithm. I release music about every 2 months. And so I have songs, I have a song called Let It Rain that I just released a few weeks ago. And I have another one coming up at the end of March. And these are all part of an album that releases in October. And that album's called The Science in Me. Enjoying, having a little bit of, nerdy vibe to my folk rock and folk pop that is sort of how I see the world, and always a little inspirational or positive elements to go with my music.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, we haven't got much time left, but I do want to ask you just like, how do you feel now doing what you do? Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is we know that there are so many people out there who's doing music, and it's a difficult world to be in, to get out there. So I want to know, like, where is your mental frame in terms of this new venture that you've taken on?
Takeyce, I'm just overcome with this amazing energy when I'm out playing live. It's like nothing else I've ever experienced in my life. Just connecting with my communities. I feel like I'm very purposeful in creating positive energy where I'm going. So I've never been more alive. I love it. The finances aren't quite as good as they were when I was an engineer.
Of course not.
But they're getting better.
They'll get there.
Yeah. They're getting better. Just like me, I'm getting better. But I'm on fire. I'm so excited to be out. People ask me, you're going to play a show every night for 65 days. And I say, yes, I am. Aren't you going to get tired driving every day and playing shows? I'm like, man, no way. I get so lit up when I play. It's amazing. So yeah. I'm feeling great, and I'm living my best life right now, Takeyce.
And so you should, because I really believe, I'm of the mindset that I had a client asked me, like, hey, do you enjoy what you do? And I was like, I don't do anything that I don't like or love, I should say. So in other words, anything that I do, because I said sometimes money is really not the best thing. You want money, you need it to survive, but literally it's like it's not the only thing in life, and the real thing is to be able to love what you do and to do it to the best of your ability. Just love it, love life, because it's so short, and there's so many things that's going on in this world. Like, that's why I sort of I hide a lot, but I'm here, I'm present, my spirit is here, because if you allow the nonsense that goes on from the outside to enter, it really takes a toll. And I realize it's taking a toll on a lot of people, especially through COVID and so on. So this is the time for us to live our best lives in the manner in which we choose,
I love that, Takeyce. There's a song in there. I could tease a song out. We'll have to write a song together, don't you know?
That sounds wonderful, because I love to inspire. I first started the show off, and I went into like the heavy stuff, and then the heavy stuff started getting to me, and I'm like, this is not my nature. Because my nature is to nurture. So yeah. Well, yeah. So Mark, I want to thank you for joining us. It's really a pleasure to have you. And I know the show is about it's an hour long. So I want to play some of your songs, and a couple of songs that I played prior to the interview, and just to have our audience get a really good feel of what you're about. So just to sign off, let us know how we can reach you, just so that we can be there for you. You've got your IG or whatever it is that you can tell our audience, so that we can help support you.
Well, thank you, Takeyce. I appreciate you having me on A Multilingual Affair. You can find me at markwintersmusic.com. There you'll find links to my socials and links to all the streaming platforms with my songs. If you want to ride along with me on the Positive Vibes Highway Tour, you can join my email list there on the homepage. And I'll send you a note every now and then for like new songs I'm working on or some cool things that might have happened to me in the community. And I'd love to see people out live. My shows, you can find them on the website. If you're looking on socials, you can find me at Mark Winters Music on all your social platforms. And I'd love to share some protons with you and with your community.
Absolutely. And just give us a little bit of the proton vibe for any aspiring musician out there or anyone in general who would like to do what they love and who are hesitant to do so. Just give us a little bit words of inspiration to finalize.
Yeah, I would say for me, paying attention to those little nudges that your soul or your mind give you to try something new can lead to epiphanies in your life that create such a wonder and amazement in life that you would never have experienced if you don't, listen to those and try them out. If you've got a passion that you've not really given it any time of day for, I would say go do it. For me, I found music that way. Mm-hmm. I found poetry that way, and painting just sort of just the little small epiphanies that changed a lot of my life and a lot of the ways in which I enjoy it. So I would say embrace your passions. To know whether or not they're a career for you or not, that's a whole other story. But they can bring a lot of joy in your life for sure.
Absolutely. Once again, thank you. Muchas gracias. Merci encore d'être avec nous. It's a pleasure, and I wish you the very best. Happy touring with those protons. Love it.
You got it, Takeyce. See you out on the road.
At the oceans break, I feel a new wave pulling down. Something's changed. If everything's black and white, why do neurons fly through my mind? I can feel our worlds collide when you whisper close. I'm accelerating out of reality. Maybe gravity's fake. You lift me up, you hold me down. It don't make sense, but it's truer now than any pulse on earth. Too strong to break. And if you're really real, maybe gravity's fake. Vertigo can take a backseat. You make me lose control. You're like too much of a good thing, and I won't let go. And if the full moon changes the tides, let it pull your body to mine. I can feel our worlds collide when you whisper close. I'm accelerating out of reality. Maybe gravity's fake. You lift me up, you hold me down. It don't make sense, but it's truer now than any pulse on earth. Too strong to break. And if you're really real, maybe gravity's fake. I'm like metal to a magnet. It's like air, but I can grab it. And I'm down with the static. I stay shocked by the way you lift me up, you hold me down. It don't make sense, but it's truer now than any force on earth. Too strong to break. And if you're maybe gravity's fake.
amor, venga a bailar conmigo. Te quiero, te quiero. So for the first time in Havana, I felt his eyes staring at me. As I swayed into the groove, he caressed me with his eyes. I was taken by surprise. I think he's really into me. Yeah, I feel his sexy energy. This connection I can't explain. Wondering if he feels the same. I wanna know more. Come rock with me.
It's that time, lovelies. Once again, a huge thank you. Merci. Gracias. Mark Winters from Texas. Thank you for joining us here on Amma. It's been such a pleasure. N'oubliez pas d'être plus gentil avec vous-même afin de pouvoir être plus gentil avec les autres en retour. Recuerda ser más amable contigo mismo para que a cambio pueda ser más amable con los demás. Remember to be kind to yourselves so that in return you can be kind or kinder to others. I go about my business and I go about fun business and I don't know the thing set and I don't know the thing go. All right, until next time, je vous aime, os quiero mucho. Ciao.